Hello everyone, welcome back again to Selenium WebDriver with Java September 2025 batch session 5. So today's session will be the last session from Java, and after that from next session onward we'll start the Selenium and we'll complete the Selenium remaining part in next two sessions, and then we'll start the testng and then slowly with the data driven keyword hybrid framework, and then we'll go to the BDD and cucumber framework. So today we'll cover a couple of important, very critical topic or advanced topic from Java, like Java input output operations, where you will learn how to deal with folder or files in Java. Then Java collection framework, which is very crucial in Java, where we'll cover different lists, different interfaces, and different classes. From the classes, I will cover Java ArrayList, Java LinkedList, has Java HashSet, LinkedHashSet, TreeSet, HashMap, LinkedHashMap, TreeMap, and at the last, I'll cover the Java multithreading, where you will get to know how you can do the simultaneous testing mostly. So these are the different topics will be covered in today's sessions. So let's go to the first topic, which is the file handling in Java. So most of the time, right, any user, whether you are doing in automation or like functional testing also, right, you need to deal with some folder or files. Okay, here we'll primarily understand how we can deal with different file or directory or sorry, folder or directory and files as well. So primarily in the file standpoint, like today we'll cover about how to deal with text file .txt extension, and slowly we'll learn in the Selenium with Java part that how we can also deal with the Excel file with .xlsx extension as well slowly. So file handling in Java involves performing different operations on files and folder, like creating the file or folder, reading, writing, and deleting, etc. In Java, the file class already there in the java.io package, which allows user to work with different format of files. So first we'll see how we can create the folder or file, how we can delete the file, how we can check the existence of the file or folder. But in case we want to deal with some file called text file, definitely we need to write some data in the file. So we can try to write the data with the help of the file writer, buffer writer, file output teams class to write the data in the file. And similarly, in case you want to read the file from those, read the data from those file, we can use the buffer reader, file reader, and the file class. So whenever we'll be doing primarily file operations, mostly uh, we need to we will be getting some IO exception, so we need to like handle this exception with the help of the try catch block or with the help of the throw keywords. We can use IO exceptions or exceptions. But whenever you want to deal with the file writing, so whatever file different file classes you will be using, right, at the end of the day, make sure that those objects are closed at the end of the day. Okay, so ensure that the file resources like file writer, file reader are properly closed using close method, ideally within the finally block. There are few important file class available in Java, in case you want to create a folder, you need to call mk directory in the file class, which will help you to create directory. In case you want to create a file, you need to call create new file method, which will create an empty file. After the file is created or folder is created, you can delete the file with the help of the delete method. You can check the existence of the file or folder with the help of the exist method. And in case you already created some file, you can get the name, absolute path, or length with the help of the get name method and get absolute path method and the length method. So definitely whenever you are having some files created, which is nothing but the empty file, its length will be 0. After that, as and when you'll be adding some value, your length will be increases accordingly. And once you create some file, you can check whether the file is readable, right, with the help of the can read method. It will give you the boolean value true or false. True means it is readable. Similarly, if you want to check the file whatever you created whether it's writable as well or read only, just like that, right, you can also use can write method. So in case read writable, so it will be giving you true result as part of boolean. So this is the important major methods available in the file class. Now we'll see how we can deal with the folder structure or directory first. After that, we'll slowly go to the file handling. So for the folder, we can create a folder we can check the existence of the folder, we can delete the folder as well. Now let's try to create a folder. So what we will do, so what is folder? Maintaining a folder in Java involves various operations like creation, deletion, checking the existence, and apart from that, we can also get the list of content in the folder. In this particular folder, in case there are other folder, we can get all the list of folder with the help of that this thing, right? Listing content. Okay, so what we will do? Let's. I have created a class. Today's class session 5. So here we will try to create a folder first or directory. So we need to take help from the file class. We can create an object called directory and with the new file. And here I need to give the path. So some error message will be coming. We need to import the file class from the java.io package. Okay, because the file class is available in the java.io package only. Okay, now we need to give the path. So say this is the path, right, where I want to create a new folder. Okay, so let's give this path here and let's give some folder name I want to create called say Selenium Java, like that, right? This folder I want to create. So this is the file class where you are giving the path that which folder or new or old folder you want to access it. Now in case you want to create the directory, what you need to call, right, this is the method you need to call mk directory. Okay, so what I will be doing, I will be using that object, whatever object you have created for the file class dot mk directory. You could see mk directory. If you just mouse it over, you could see it creates the directory named by this abstract path name. True if and only if directory was created, false otherwise, right? So I'll be just using it. After that, once your directory created, right, you can try to check whether your directory created successfully or not in the code itself, apart from navigating to the directory. What you can do, you can check whether it exists or not. So you can take that variable directory object, right, dot exist. Okay, you could see it tests whether the file or directory. It is not letting you know only the file or directory. It can be anything for file or directory. Okay, denoted this if by this abstract method whether exists. So I'll be storing in some boolean as return type is boolean. So let's store in some boolean a. Okay, but this will not guarantee is the file or directory. So what we'll be doing, we'll be taking that object and we'll be calling that one method called is directory. So it will be only applicable is the directory, not for the file. Okay, test whether the file denoted by this abstract path name is a directory or folder. So what we'll be doing, we'll be storing in another boolean variable b. So in case exist and as well as is like directory, then I can say that it's a directory or folder created. So what I'll be doing, I'll be giving if condition a equal to b ampersand ampersand. Both the condition need to be made. B equal to true. Sorry, a equal to true. Okay, and b equal to true. Then it is a folder. So I can mention that so folder created or folder exists, right? Okay, else I can mention folder does not exist. Folder does not exist. So we are trying to access this folder. This folder is not available, but this path is available. In case not available, it will create the folder, and with the help of the mk directory we are creating the folder. After that we are trying to check whether this is a directory or folder and is the exist as well. In case it is the exist and directory, then it will be mentioning folder exist, and in case nothing, it will be mentioned folder does not exist, or it can be a file as well instead of folder. Let's run as. You could see folder exist, and now you can go here, this particular path. You could see Selenium Java folder created. What is the date? 11102025 1714 empty folder. You could see, if you mouse it over, you could see it is coming, date created, empty folder. Okay, now there is another method available, right, to delete it. So what you can do, you can comment out, in case an folder is created, no need to create it again, you can just access this folder, and after that if you want to delete it, so what will happen, it will delete, dot delete method. Okay, or delete on exit, right, these are the things you can make better to use the delete method. It deletes the file or directory denoted by this abstract path name. If the path name denotes a directory, then the directory must be empty in order to be deleted. That's all. Complete directory will be deleted in case it is a directory or file, sorry, folder. In case file, only that particular file will be deleted. Now you could see it will be deleted, and then it will be giving you folder does not exist. Okay, folder does not exist. Now if you go here, you could able to see that folder got completely removed. So that is the way you can deal with the folder. Okay, now let's comment it out this part, and let's create the folder once more. Okay, so what will happen, so it will be folder exist and again created Selenium Java. And in this folder, what I can do, I can create other folder, couple of folder, right, test1, test2, like that, whatever way, that's fine, give the same name. So I have created couple of folder. Okay, now let's comment out all this line. So you already understood how to create the folder, how to delete the folder, how to check the existence of the folder. Now one important step we'll discuss about how to uh, listing all folders content. Means in particular folder, any folder, existing folder also there, or new folder you can create within the folder. In case you are having some folder already there, if you want to get how many folder or directories available, this is the stuff you can do it. You can list all folder contents. So you are just giving the path. Okay, so I can give some path, this is the way, or you can use the file class directly, that's not be a problem. After that, again you can give the condition, like boolean value you can give it, or you can directly give it also. So what I'll be doing, I can directly give it, if directory dot is exist, sorry, dot exist ampersand ampersand directory dot is directory. Okay, then what I'll do, then I will try to get the list of folder. So what I'll be doing, I'll be calling that method directory dot list of file. Then directory dot list of file method, right? You could see list of file. If you select it, return an array of abstract path name denoting the files in the directory denoted by this abstract method. What is the return type? You could see file and array format, right? Coming from the file class. So what we can do, we can store it that way, same way. File that array, and I can give that anything, any name. So let's give some name called folder content. Okay, then you can try to print it out. Here you can also give some if else if required, otherwise you can directly try to print it out in case your condition is matched, in case something is there. In case it is there is not null, you can just try to print it out. Okay, so let's see, I can give some condition, if this folder content not null, right, means some value is there, not equal to null, then I can try to print it out. But here what you can do, you can try to use the enhance for loop. Anyway, I'll be covering what is enhance for loop. Primarily enhance for loop is another kind of for loop you already learned, like different for loop, for, while, do while loop. But enhance for loop is another for loop which is very very crucial for Java. Especially you can reduce the code, and which will only works primarily on the array and collection framework. I'll be explaining it later. So what is that, like you can use that for loop. sorry, here instead of all these for loop you can use simply for, and here you need to first give that type. What is the return type? What is return type for this one? Variable file, right? File, and you need to give the any new variable called say folders, and you need to give the old variable whatever you are dealing. That's simple thing. Colon, then old variable, and then here you can use SYSO, the new variable. That's all. It will give you the all list of item with the help of that enhanced for loop. So we are doing it here. If loop, and we can also use else. Okay, that folder is empty or some exception occurred. That's all. And here outside this part, okay, this is the inner if else, and outside here we can mention in case that folder is not accessible at all, right? The folder does not exist. Okay, so you can mention folder does not exist or it is not a directory. Again, here you can mention something called folder does not exist or it is not a folder or directory. That's all. Now let's try to run it and let's see what's happening here. Okay, you could see this is the displayed, right? Which path and what is the folder name. But if you only want to get the folder name instead of the path, what you can do, you can call the method called get name. Okay, you could see these are the different method coming for the folder, right? Right, get, can readable, all the things readable, writable, all this stuff, right? Exists. Okay, or get the name. That's all. So it will be giving you the name of the folder. In case you are adding more folder, deleting or folder, automatically will be displayed, right? Now if you change the folder name, say, okay, test one, 2, 3, and this folder I am removing simply. Okay, let's having 3 folder. Now let's do it. Let's see what is happening. You could see this 3 folder is displayed. But now you have changed the folder name, which is not exist. What will happen? It will directly go to the outer else part. That the folder does not exist or not is not a folder at all. You could see it is coming here like that. So that is the way, right? You can deal with the folder or directory. This is the 4 important stuff. First, you can create the folder with the help of the mk directory method. You can check the existence of the folder and directory. If it's there, you can check whether it's a directory and it's a folder exists. It will delete a folder if you require. And apart from that, you can list all folder content, whatever is available there, right? This way. Okay, now we'll see how we can deal with the file. So as of now we deal with the folder. Now we'll see how to deal with the file. Okay, so Selenium Java is there. Okay, now I want to create some file called say test dot txt file. I want to create it here. So this is the path. Selenium Java folder is there. In the Selenium Java folder, I want to create here test.txt file, because Excel file will be learning later point of time, where apart from Java you will require that Apache PY dependency to deal with the Excel file, read and writing from the reading data from the Excel file as well as writing the data to the Excel file. We'll be seeing where we can do the data driven testing with the help of the Excel file, and where we require to add that Apache PY dependency, and where with the help of the Apache PY dependency you'll be getting relevant classes or interfaces through which you can deal with the Excel file. But here primarily will be today's class will be dealing how to right deal with the text file. Okay, so this is the path I have given. Now in case you want to, I can change the variable name also to file. Okay, or you can, because it's we are creating the file now. Now what is the method is required to deal with the file? You could see. Okay, create new file method which will create an empty file. After that, we can again check delete or existence. You can get the name, absolute path, length, can write, can read, all this stuff. We can do it. So what we can do? We can call file dot create new file method. Call create new file method. You could see automatically create a new empty file named by this abstract path name. If and only if the file if with this name does not yet exist. Okay. Okay, you could see some error is coming. So what you need to do, as and when mostly you'll be doing with the like input output operation. So you need to either handle with try catch block or surround with that. Okay, throws declaration. So you could see automatically if you click, okay, you're coming here IO exception or exception or throwable. So you can select that IO exception, which will be coming from the java.io, or we can deal with the exception as well. It will still work with coming from the java.lang. Okay, so that's file will be created. Now what we can do similarly, we can copy this part. Okay, once file is created, okay, check the existence of the file. Okay, so I can change it to file. So what will be happening here? Instead of that, I can mention file exists, file does not exist. So here I need to check is whether it's not directory, right? So I need to make it false. Okay, otherwise it will throw you the error, right? It will be showing your file does not exist because it's a file, so it should not be directory. That is the reason I'm making it false. Actually, it is a file, not folder. Okay, apart from that, what I can do, I can try to check that file different thing. File dot, you could see can read, can readable, right? Whether it's readable or not. Then dot can write, whether it's writable or not. Then dot length, what is the length of the file? It will be 0 only. By default it's a blank for empty file. Dot exist, we already checked. Okay, get name dot get path. Okay, any parent path dot get parent path. Okay, get parent or get parent path, right? All this stuff we can do it. Get absolute path, all this stuff we can deal with that. Let's try to run it. You could see first is coming as file exist. Why? Because we are creating the file. Now you could see here, go here, you could see test.file got created, right? Text file. What is that? 10, right? 11th September 2025, 7:27 p.m. Okay, size is 0 KB. And if you right click here, okay, go to the properties, you can see is 0 KB. This is the path, this is the notepad, this is the .txt file, this is the name of the file, right? Created, modified, okay, read only, no, it is readable and not hidden. Okay, so now you could see output folder file exists came. After that it is coming readable yes, writable yes, length 0, name of the file is this test.txt, and get path, sorry, I will call get path only most both the time. We can call dot get parent path. Okay, get parent parent, right, like that. Okay, get absolute path, all this stuff we can do it. Okay, you could see what is the parent folder. This is the parent folder, right, where the file exists. And what is the path or absolute path, we can also get it. So that is the way we can primarily create the file, or we can check the existence, readable, writable, all this stuff. And we can also delete the file with the help of the file.delete method if required to delete it. Now we are already dealing with that how to create the file or folder. We already know, right, how to create the text file as well. Now our next objective is that we want to add some data to the file. Okay, we want to write data to the file. So what is the way we can do it? We need to take help from the file writer class and buffer writer class available in java.io package. So what we'll be doing, so this is the path, this is the file I want to deal with. So first I'll be creating an object of the file writer, because in case you want to do the write operation, you need to take help from the file writer and buffer writer. In case you want to read the data, you need to take help from the file reader and buffer reader class available in java.io package. So I'll be calling file writer. I can create an object called fw equal to new file writer, and here I need to give the file object reference because which file we are accessing. Now we need to import file writer from the java.io package. Similarly, I need to call that file reader, sorry, buffer writer. Take the help buffered buffer writer. I can create an object called bw. Okay, I can create an object called bw equal to new buffer writer, and where I can give the reference called file writer. Okay, so we need to import that buffer writer. So here what we are doing, we are trying to write data to a text file. So with the help of the file class, we are just creating an object called file, and we are giving the path what file we want to operate, we want to act. So whenever we want to do the write operation, means adding the data to the file, we need to take help from the file writer and the buffer writer class available in java.io package. So with the first, we are creating the object for the file writer class fw, where we are providing the file reference. Now we are trying to create a object for the buffer writer class bw, and where we are providing the reference called file writer. Now say I want to add some data. Okay, say I can create a string variable, I can create the data. Let's give something called welcome to the Java world. That's the thing I want to do it. So first go through the file. You could see nothing available in the file, right? Nothing. It is just text.txt file created, and size is 0 KB. Last updated like 7:27 p.m. today's date. Okay, now this is the data, or this is the variable data I want to directly add it, or you can directly add it also in case it's only one line. What you can do now, you can call that buffer writer object whatever you created, and there is a write method available. You could see you can write string, you can write integer, you can write some character, all this stuff. Okay, so it is string, I can call this method, and where I can pass this variable directly, or otherwise directly you can give it in case only one line, two line, like that. That's all. And at the end of the day, you need to close that buffer writer dot close. Similarly, you need to call close file writer as well dot close. That's all. Okay, now let's execute the code and let's see what's happening. Okay, the output nothing will be coming. Now you can go here. You could see it got changed to 1 KB and updated 7:33 p.m. Okay, now you can open it. You could see welcome to Java world. Whatever you did, you actually coming. Now let's remove it. Let's save it again. So you could see manually you updated and it's again 0 KB. Now your questions will be like that. Like I want to add couple of number of lines one by one. You can give a very big string. Otherwise, in case you want to keep everything as a line by line, what you can do? Okay, so here welcome to Java world, like hyphen line one. Okay, dot you can press, and if you want to create new line, you can give slash n. That's all. Okay, then what you can do after that, similar way, you can use here data and plus, means in the same variable I want to create more line 2 new. Okay, sorry, string, not need to give string because you already declared it. That's all. Okay, you could see it's coming. Okay, then line number 3, say, then line number 4. After the line number 4, you no need to create new line, so you can remove that. That's all. Okay, so that is the way you can create n number of line one by one. Okay, as and when you require new line, you need to give it. In case you need to require same line, you no need to give that slash n, because slash n is nothing but to create a new line. In case you are not giving slash n, it will be added in the same line itself. That's all. Okay, you can just give it like that. So if you want to add same line, you can give like that. So automatically it will be added in the same line. Okay, otherwise no change. So that is the way, because same variable you are using, but you want to have multiple line. Now let's try to run it and let's see what's happening in the output file. So here in the console nothing is coming, but here if you go to the file, you could see it's got changed to 1 KB again. It's updated 7:35 p.m. You could see, open it, you could see line number 1, 2, 3 is coming as a line, new line. Why? Because we have given slash n as a new line. And here line number 4 and 5, though we are having two lines in the code, that does not matter. But we do not want to create new line here. So after line number 4, this part already added here. Okay. But in case you are giving slash n, it will be again new line. So that is the way. If you want to add a single line, multiple line, or if you want to add a big thing, you can just store it in the data itself similar way. Otherwise, you can create new line in the text file. So this is the way you can try to write the data to the text file. Now say this thing I want to read it as well, whatever has been written in the file. So what we can do? Let's comment out this part. Okay. So we need to take help from the buffer reader and file reader. Okay. So there are two approaches available for reading the file. Okay, we can use that integer, or we can use the sorry, we can read by character wise, or we can read by string wise. Okay, let's see. Okay, so same way we need to accessing that file, and after that, instead of file writer, we need to use file reader. So we can change the variable name called file reader. Here we need to also change it to file reader, and we can import it from the java.io package, because all the Java input output operations class are available in the java.io package. Then what I can do, I can define some integer I, then I can try to give some condition while I while I equal to fr dot read method. You could see read method. Okay, read method not equal to -1. In case -1, it will not read it. Not equal to -1, then just simply print it. Okay, integer I, sorry, equal to, not double equal to. Yeah, I equal to. Okay, it with the help of the I variable, it will try to read it. And how you will read it? It will read it character by character wise. Char of I for every I. Char of I. Char, sorry, not this one. This will be char, and here it will be. Yeah, I think that's symbol. Now let's try to run it. Let's see what's happening here for reading the file. Okay, you could see character by character wise it is reading. If you want to read it, sometimes your requirement might be like that, but I do not prefer to read it by character by. In case couple of characters there, you can try to read it, you can do it, but I want to read as a string mostly. You could see this reading all the space also as a character. Welcome space, right, to the Java world one dot everything, whatever you have given, one by one, right? It is reading, but that is not recommended, character by character wise reading. So what we can do, we can try to read it as a string, whatever we have return the data. So what we need to do, Apart from the file reader, we require buffer reader. Okay, so here we'll be using buffer reader. Okay, I can create something called buffer reader, and here also will be buffer reader, and we need to give the variable name as file reader. And now I need to import that buffer reader. Okay, now what we can do, we can create a variable called string variable, maybe read data. That is the variable I am creating. Now similar way, mostly whatever we have written here, similar way I'll be calling it. Okay, while this one, okay, instead of file reader it will be buffer reader dot, instead of read it will be read line method, because it is reading line by line na. Okay, read line. Here instead of -1 it will be not equal to null. That's all. Okay, here I can use that bracket, and so simple thing is called line. That's all. Okay, sorry, this is the variable name. Let's see. Yeah, same way it's right coming. Okay, whatever we have added the data. Now let's open the file. Let's update something. Okay, give it something like that. Let's add some data, modify it. Okay, like that. Now save it. So now I have updated the data, which is having 6 row and all the different line. Now you can run it. You will see whatever way you have added the data, same way it will be returning. So that is the way. As of now, whatever covered. First thing is that in case you are having some file or directory, okay, so Java file class will allow you to deal with the file or folder. Folder means directory here. It's just creating the folder structure. Any folder we can create it. In the file class, there are a lot of methods available. We can create a folder with the help of the mk directory method. After sorry, folder or directory. After the folder is created, we can try to check the existence of this folder, and we can delete the folder, and we can get the list of folder available inside that folder. And in case you want to create some file within any folder structure, we can have call that create new file methods. After that, we can check the existence or delete the files. We can get the file name, absolute path, length. We can check which file is readable, writable, like that. And in case, mostly in case you want to deal with the file or folder, you need to handle the exception or handle the try catch block. But Java file handling is nothing but doing different operation like creating, reading, writing, and deleting file or folder directory. Okay, apart from the Java file class, there are a couple of other class available called file writer, buffer writer to write the data to a file, and file output stream as well. We'll be discussing later point of time. And similarly, if you want to read the data from the file, then we can use file input stream, okay, file reader, and buffer reader. Okay, so that is the way you can create a directory, and you can check the existence of the directory. You can delete the directory folder. You can get all the list of like folder available in the directory. You can create a file, primary text file. You can check the existence of the file. You can delete the file. You can check whether the file is readable, writable. You can get the absolute path, get the name of the file, get the length of the file. Okay, you can try to write the data to a text files with the help of the file writer, buffer writer class available. You can write only one line, or you can write multiple lines as well. But make sure that whenever you are writing it, whatever file writer or buffer writer object you are creating, make sure to close it at the end, right, to avoid any unwanted error or exceptions. Yeah, here sometime for the couple of line of code it might not problem, but whenever you are using very big line of code, and in case you are not closing them, later point of time it gets so exception or error for the other line of code as well. That is the reason it is recommended to close them whenever you are creating the object for instance, especially for the buffer writer and the file writer class. And now you already seen how to read the data from the file, like as a character wise or as a same way like line by line with the help of the string. Okay, any questions? Okay, sure. Now we'll go to the second important topic for today's part, which is the Java collection framework. Before that, I will be covering that for enhance for loop, which I already mentioned how to use it. In the Java like first session, you already know about three important loop like for loop, while loop, and do while loop. So these loop are used for repetitive execution. But for loop, while loop, and do while loop, you need to write a lot of conditions code, right? Sometimes which might be challenging. But Java enhanced for loop is also available whenever you are dealing with the Java collection framework or Java array. You can only use that enhanced for loop, which is called advanced for loop as well, or enhanced for loop, or for each loop. Okay, in Java there is another form of for loop in addition to the standard for loop to work with array and collection. It is called enhanced for loop or for each loop, or um, like uh, okay, enhanced for loop, for each loop, or yeah. So enhanced for loop is also known as for each loop, which reduces the code significantly, and there is no use of the index, or rather the counter in the loop. Okay, so what is the way we can use it in case you want to use it in the especially for the uh, array? Let's see. After that, we will go with the um, collection framework. Okay, majority you will be using the enhanced for loop or for each loop in the Java collection framework. Let's see what is the syntax. Say let's define an array. So this is the character array, and I can mm, get some variable called c, and within this character, say I can give equal to sign, second bracket. I can directly use it as character, so only single digit. So say Java, comma, okay. Now if you want to just read it, okay. So you already seen right how to use the for each loop. In case you already forget, just go through the code again. So here what we'll be doing, enhance for loop is for, and here you need to give the return type. What is return type? Char. In case it's integer, it will be integer. String, it will be string, like that. That is the way you can do it. Okay. So let's give it to char, and you need to give some new variable. Okay. So say object new variable colon old variable name. What is the old variable name? C. Give it simply C, and then you can give that bracket. Then you can try to give it so either system.println. You can give the new variable object. That's simple thing. So here what is required? Data type, new variable colon old variable, and within that you just want to print the new variable. That's all. This is the syntax always. You could see it is printing one by one. But if you want to print in a line, you can just simply use print instead of println. That's all. You could see it is coming in a single line. So instead of print new line, you can use print. So it will printed all the stuff in a new line. Sorry, in a single line. So that is the way you can enhance, but slowly you'll be learning more on the enhance for loop, especially in the collection framework. So what is Java array? You already seen most of the time we need to define the size of the array. So in case you are defining the size of the array, data type is fine. Anyway, string also will be having same data type only. But whenever you are dealing with the array, in case you are defining the size of the array as 3 or 4 or 5 like that. So let's go to the session 2 where we already discussed about the array. Okay, you could see like that array we have defined. Okay, in case you are having adding something here, you can do it. Okay, and apart from that, right? You could see here we have used like this code. Okay, so we have defined a variable called string fruit array, and we have defined the direction as 3. Like we have tried to add like one by one. Okay, let's give something called 2. Okay, now you can access it, right? But we are defining the size. So what is the array? So we need to define the size. Once the size is defined, we cannot change it. Okay, in case we need to change it again, we need to resize it, or you need to create a new array. And in case you are not adding any value, right, it will take the default value of the data type. In case string, it will take the other default value as null. Now what problem will happen? So in case your array size is 3, you can add like 3 element 0 to 2. Now in case you want to add other element like third element, which is the fourth, index is 3 means fourth element. So give anything called guava. Will it allow? No, it will not allow. It will throw you the error, array index of bound. Okay, you could see. That is the problem or the drawback of the array. Or if you want to access element which is outside the limit, okay, let's give it 5, it will same way, right? You cannot access it also. Once you define the size of the array, it cannot be changed. So 3 means it will be having 3 elements. And in case you are not adding more elements, it will take the default value. So suppose you are adding 2 elements, apple, banana. Third element you did not define. Okay, let's do not define third element. Okay, try to access the third element, which is the index 2. It will be coming as null. It is not throwing any error, but that is the reason. In case you are not adding any element, that it will take the default value of the data type, because data type is string. It will take that one. So that is the drawback. It is a static, right? Your size is static, especially for the array. But whenever you are dealing with the collections, like there is no static value, it is dynamic value. Whatever element you are adding, based on the element addition, it will take the size of the array, and that is the way, right? Easily we can deal with that. And in array, you already learned about the wrapper class. Okay, because Java collection framework will only deal with the wrapper class because it only understands class and object. So that is the reason data type cannot be used whenever defining that collection framework. We only require the relevant wrapper class specific to the data type. For int, int, it will be integer. For string, string, double, double, like that. That you already understand or learned previously. Okay, now let's see the what is collection framework and how we can use the collection framework in Java. Okay, so collections and array are similar in that they both hold reference to object and they can be managed as a group. However, unlike arrays, collection do not need to be assigned a certain capacity when instantiated. Collection can grow and shrink in size automatically when objects are added or removed. The collection in Java is a framework that provides an architecture to store and manipulate the group of objects. Suppose user is managing a library where thousands of books need to be stored, searched and retrieved. So instead of arranging them manually in different shapes, every time user can use a catalog system. Similarly, the Java collection framework acts as a catalog that organize and manage object efficiently. Because your main objective is that adding the data properly in ordered way, in unique way, and you want to delete it if required, you want to update it if required, you want to search it if required. That is the major stuff, and you want to do it based on the runtime. You have 1000 saves, that's fine, but today you can have only 20 books, but it does not mean that you cannot add more books. And suppose say like you can add one more room, two more room, five more rooms to add the books. Today you are having one library, okay, one library room. After that you are having more books, so you can add more rooms. So that is the way automatically dynamically your size will grow or shrink. So you no need to fix the size, and you can add the book whatever way you want to order. In case you want to order the book duplicate way, you can do it through array. You can, in case you want to like order the book alphabetical order, ascending order, you can also do it. That is also possible with the Java collection framework. So, which will help you to organize and manage with the object, similar type of object efficiently and smoother way. Okay. So, a collection framework is a unified architecture for representing and manipulating collections. All collection framework contains the three important stuff. One is interfaces, second one is implementation of the classes, and third one is algorithms or the method. What are interfaces? You already seen interfaces is nothing but a set of abstract method, means there cannot have any body, and all the interfaces by default 100% abstract in nature. You cannot have any non-abstract method where body will be there. As and when you are creating interfaces, interfaces cannot be instantiated. So what you need to do, you need to just call it in some class, and then you can access all the unimplemented method. So these are the abstract data type interfaces that represent collections. Interfaces allows collection to be manipulated independently of the details of the representation. In object-oriented language, interfaces generally form a hierarchy. Then second one is the classes. So these are the concrete implementation of the collection interfaces. In essence, they are the reusable data structure. And third one is the algorithm. So algorithm will be coming from both the classes and the interfaces, which are the method, which are the actual thing you will be using. So these are the method that perform useful computation such as searching and sorting on objects that implement collection interfaces. The algorithm are said to be polymorphic, that is, the same method can be used on many different implementation of the appropriate collection interface. So that is the beauty of the collections, sorry, methods, interface and the classes. So interface and the classes will be having so many methods, and whatever methods is there, you can call the same method again and again and again n number of time in your code. So what are the important operations user can perform with the help of the Java collection framework, which is also known as JCF, Java collection framework? So all the operations that user can perform on data such as searching, sorting, insertion, deletion, manipulation, etc., which are also can be possible or achieved with the help of the Java collection framework. Java collection means a single unit of object. The Java collection framework provides a set of interfaces: list, set, map, queue, dequeue, etc., and set of classes like ArrayList, LinkedList, HashSet, LinkedHashSet, TreeSet, HashMap, TreeMap, LinkedHashMap, etc., that implement those interfaces. All of these are part of the Java.util package. So your whole collection framework will be residing in the Java.util package, just like the Java input output operation. All the classes method are inside in the Java.io package. Similarly, all your Java collection framework interface classes methods will be available in the Java.util package. So this is the diagram, okay, of the Java collection framework. There are two ways. This is the map, which is mostly key value pair, and this is the single dimension. And this is two dimension. So map and other collection is independent, because map primarily deal with the key and value pair, whereas other collection will deal with single thing. So you could see there are two color. Okay, one is green and one is other color, right? This is the color. Okay, green means all are interfaces. Okay, and this color is only classes. And there are two arrow. One is solid arrow, one is dotted arrow. Solid arrow means extends, and dotted arrow means implements. In case you are able to understand the diagram, you can easily understand the Java collection framework. You could see interface to interface always it will be extend. That part I already learned. Class to class it will be also extend. That is the reason it is solid arrow. Interface to interface extend, class to class extend. But class to interface it will be implements. That's all. And now you could see list interface, queue interface, dequeue interface, set and sorted set, and collection interval. And other way is map, sorted map interface, and where you are having other classes. So explain one by one. First, understand the different interface. So forget about iterable and collections. These are the root interface, parent interface. All important methods will be there in the iterable and collection. But these are the child interface which will be actually will be giving you all the logic. What is list? So in case you want to store data in ordered way, but which can be duplicate, so you can use list. So suppose say in case you are booking an e-commerce site, going to the e-commerce site, you are adding the product to the cart. So you want to see that same way. Whatever way you have ordered, you want to see it, so you can use list. But your product can be duplicate. Suppose you ordered a cloth, and that cloth you can have two clothes, two times, three times you can add. Suppose you ordered in like mustard oil, seen from the Amazon site, so you can have three quantity, four quantity, right? 1 liter thing. So it can be duplicate as well. But same way you want to see it, which is nothing but list. Okay, queue is nothing but fast in, fast out. So whatever thing you have ordered, you can do it. Okay, and fast in, fast out. I'll be discussing it again. Okay, DQ is double ended queue. It's queue only, but double ended. I mean, both the side you can do the operation. Both side is open. You can do the operation both side. Set means in case you want to store unique stuff, only unique. Okay, then you can use set, but it does not have any ordered guarantee. It will be giving you unique value, but it can have any ordered. Okay, so that is the reason sorted set came, which will allow you to add the unique value, but it will be also ascending order. Okay, and collection is the root of all these interface, and iterable is the overall root of the collection framework. And map is nothing in case you want to store some key value pair combination, right? Suppose you want to store some product. Okay, say product id and product price, like that. Okay, you can store in map. So map will store you the key value pair. So key should be unique and value can be duplicate. But whenever you want to retrieve, there is no guarantee of the ordered. Sorted map, which will allow you to add the value in the key value pair combination, but it will be in ordered way. I'll be explaining with all the example. Now you could see the different classes like ArrayList. So today we'll be discussing ArrayList, LinkedList, HashSet, LinkedHashSet, and TreeSet, and LinkedHashMap, HashMap, and TreeMap, which is very commonly used in Selenium. Other part, vector, stack, array queue, priority queue. Okay, and hash table, we're not going to discuss it, because in case you are learning this part, there is later you can know, but these are the thing will be commonly used, whatever we'll be covering today, basically Selenium is Java. So we're discussing with ArrayList. What is ArrayList? You could see ArrayList is implementing only the list interface. So whatever list interface properties having, mostly ArrayList will achieve. So same way, you can add n number of element, it can be duplicate, and it will be ordered. And you can do the operation in only one way, one sided. Okay, whereas linked list, you could see it is extending list interface. Apart from that, this is extending DQ interface. So what will happen? Same way, right? Same order, it can have duplicate value, but DQ means both side you can do the operation. So you can add at the starting point, you can add or remove the data from the other side as well. So that is the difference between the array list and linked list. Now we'll discuss about the hash set. So it is implementing set interface. Means it can have unique value, but there is no guarantee of the ordered. And it can have also null value. Multiple value you can add it, but you can only have contain one null value. But if you want to get the same ordered, whatever ordered you have added, you need to use the linked hash set. So that is the extra thing you can do it. Hash set, there is no guarantee of the order, but linked hash set is you can get the same order whatever way you are ordering. But if you come to the tree set, you could see tree set is implementing sorted set as well as set interface. Means you can have the unique value without null. So sorted tree set will not allow you to add null value. It will be only having it will be only having unique value, and it will be in the ascending order. So that is the difference between the hash set, linked hash set, and tree set. Now I'll go to the map similar way. HashMap, it will be only allow you to add key value pair combination. Key will be unique, value can be duplicate, but it will not return you any ordered. It will unordered map. Whereas linked HashMap will be again key value pair, okay, and your key will be unique and it will be ordered same way, whatever way you are adding the details to the map. Whereas TreeMap is implementing both sorted map and map interface, means it will be again unique value key value pair combinations with unique key, okay, and it will be ordered way. So that is the different important classes and interface we'll be going to discuss today. Now let's go to the thing where I have specially mentioned what is this all about the interface, and the classes we'll be discussing slowly. So iterable interface, you could see iterable, it is starting interface, iterable, right? Iterable interface is the root interface of all collection classes. The collection interface extends the iterable interface, and therefore all the subclasses of the collection interface also implement the iterable interface. So it is the root interface. Now we'll come to the collection interface. The collection interface is the interface which is implemented by all the classes in the collection framework. It declares the method that every collection will have. In other words, we can say that the collection interface builds the foundation on which the other collection framework depends. Now within these collections, list, queue, set, dequeue, and sorted set will be coming. So what is list? List interface is the child interface of the collection interface. It inhabits a list data type structure in which user can store the ordered collections of object. It can have duplicate values. Now what is set? Set interface in Java is present in Java util package. It extends the collection interface. It represents the unordered set of element which does not allow user to store the duplicate item. User can store at most one null value in the set. Set is implemented by HashSet, LinkedHashSet, and TreeSet. So that is the stuff we already discussed about the set, where we will be having HashSet and LinkedHashSet. Now sorted set. So sorted set is the alternative of set interface that provides a total ordering on its element. The element on the sorted set are arranged in the increasing or ascending order. The sorted set provides the additional method that inhabits the natural ordering of the element. Now we'll go to the queue and dequeue. Okay. So what is queue? QE interface maintains the first in first out order, FIFO, first in first out. It can be defined as an ordered list that is used to hold the element which are about to process. There are various classes like priority queue, DQ, and array queue which implement the queue interface. Now DQ interface extend the queue interface. In DQ, user can remove and add element from both the sides. It is both side open. DQ stands for double-ended queue, which enable us to perform the operation at both the ends. So this is all about the these are the interface. Now we'll go to the other part, which is map and sorted map interface. So a separate top level interface for storing data as key value pairs is the map interface. It does not extend the collection interface, and it hence it does not store individual values. Instead of that, it will store the value as a key value pair combination. Where a sorted map interface is a sub interface of the map, and it maintains key value pair in a sorted order based on the keys. So that is the important thing about the Java collection framework. So in case these three slides you are able to understand, it is very easy to for you to understand the Java collection framework. I will take a pause. Uh, are you able to understand a little bit? Okay, great. Now you could see how easily you can understand the coding part and other important all the class level part. Okay, so we'll see one by one. Okay, let's first see about the array list now. So what is array list? So go to the diagram again. It is implementing list interface. And linked list is implementing both list and queue. Means it can do the operation from the both side. Otherwise, array list and linked list is same. It can have duplicate element, it can have null element, and it will be same way ordered, same ordered, right? So that is the stuff I have also mentioned. Using array list, user can overcome the using not only array list, using the collections, user can overcome the size of the array issue, right? Using array list, user can overcome the size issue. Array list is a resizable array. Array list inherit abstract list class and implement list interface. Array list allows null and duplicate element. Java array list class maintain insertion order. In Java, ArrayList class manipulation is slow because a lot of shifting need to be occurred if any element is removed from the array list because you can only remove from the one side. And array list can be sorted by using sort methods which is available in the collections class. So do not get confused. Collection is an interface, whereas collections is a class in the Java collection framework. And in the collection class, sort method is available in Java. The sort methods take the collections to be sorted as the parameter and returns a collection sorted in the ascending order by default. So, just example of the array list. In an e-commerce application, a user's shopping cart can be represented by a list, especially an array list, and which will allow ordered item, product are added and displayed in the order they were selected. Duplicate item, a user can add multiple quantity of the same product, easy access by index, item can be retrieved or removed based on their position in the cart. So that is the all about the array list. Now let's see the implementation of the array list. Okay, let's try to do it. Okay, what is the way you can create a array list? Array list, that is the class, and here you need to give the wrapper class. So integer, I want to store the data called integer. So I can create a variable called list. Okay, equal to new array list. That is the syntax for creating the collection framework. Especially the array list another class. Okay, that's all. Now you need to import the array list from the Java util package. All will be coming from the Java util package. You could see. Now gone error message. Now with the help of the list, first we can check whether array list is empty or not. With the list variable dot is empty, right? So it will be empty initially. There is nothing added. Now what we can do? We can add list dot add. You could see it's integer. So I can try to add integer like that. So all correction will be only containing similar data type. So if you want to add other data type, like say string, like Java, it will allow? No, it will not allow. It will throw you the error. Why? Because it is integer. The method add integer is the type array list integer. Is not applicable to the argument string, so it will not allow. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'll be showing it. Yeah, right, double string everything. I'll be showing it all the way for all the collection. It will allow. Okay, it will allow. So we can have duplicate element, and we can have other elements, say 10, okay, like 30 and 60 like that. Okay, that is the way you can add it. Now after adding, if you want to check it again is empty or not, what you can do? You can again check it. Now you can get the size, including duplicate value. It will still consider size only. Okay, now what we can do, if you want to access any element, specific element, okay, what you can do, okay, get so say list dot get of the index. Okay, so any index you can give. Suppose say I want to get this one, so I can this element, so index will be 2 because 0 1 2, right? That's all. Now what is the way I can print it out? You can use for loop. Okay, for what is data type, what is the type of the array is integer. Here you need to use the data type, not the wrapper class, because this is the enhanced for loop you are using, where you will be using data type, not the wrapper class. So for int integer, it will be int, And what is the old variable? List. So I'll be using a new variable called integer I. I can give the colon and I can give the old variable name. Okay, and then simply SYSO I. That's all. Okay. So here if you can give some differentiator. Okay, that's all. Or you can mention something called, right, list I'm giving instead of array list. Okay, let's run it. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, initially it was true is empty. Okay, after that, yes, after adding that it is not true, false. What is the size? Its size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is not a valid thing, right? We can remove this one. Okay, 5. So a array list can have duplicate value. Now size. Now we want to get the element in the second index. So 10 means third position. This is the zeroth index, first index, second index. You are getting third. After that element in the array list, you could see all the element is coming 20, 20, 10, 30, 60. Same order, right? Whatever order you have added. Now, if you want to like sort it, so what you can do, you can sort it as well. So you can call collections class dot sort list. That's all. So it will be printing you the value in sorted order. Here you could see 10, 20, 20, 30, 60 like that. So that is the way you can try to deal with the array list. Now, question will be coming. So I have added the list array. Okay. Now what we'll be doing? I'll be just trying to use it. Oh my God. Okay. The element in the list after addition, modification, and deletion. What I'll be doing? I want to say remove this part. Okay. Remove this second one or third element. Okay, so what I can do, I can use list dot remove. Okay, index you need to give, so second index you need to remove, right? So you can do it. So that will be removed, 10 will be removed. Now what you can do, you want to change the value of first index to 20 to 200. So what you can do, list dot, okay, set, you could see index and new element value. So give the first index and 20 to 200 like that. Okay, that is also possible. After that again, if you want to add, so it will be added some element in the last, add maybe say 300. Okay, now again try to print it out. So what you can do, you can give new variable name I1 and you can use it I1 as well. Now let's run it. Let's see what's happening here. So there will be no change in the first two thing. All this stuff is still same. Now you could see the element in the list after addition, modification, and deletion. Initially it was 20, 20, 10, 30, 60. Now what I am doing? I am removing second, means this element got removed. Second index means third element. You could see here it is not coming. 10 is removed here. Okay. And first element, this is the first element, right? Means first index, zeroth first, right? First index, second element. We are updating with 200. So you could see it's 200 updated. Then 30, 60 is there. And again we are adding a new element called 300. It's added there. That is the reason. It's dynamic in nature. You don't need to give any size. It is taking the size based on the value you are adding it. That is the beauty of this collection framework. So ArrayList, it will allow you to add n number of element and it will take the size based on the actual value. You can add, edit, delete any value. You can write sort it as well, right? You can get the size, get the element from a particular thing, or you can get all the elements, but it can have duplicate values as well, and it can have null value as well. Okay, now we have already understood about the array list. Now we'll go to the linked list. Okay, we'll cover it the different data type as well. So all the data type already covered here. You could see other data type. You can just go through this. Okay, some sample code also provided. Okay, so what is linked list? Let's go to the diagram again. Okay, I already mentioned it is same as list, and apart from that, additionally extending the queue interface means double-ended queue. So you can do the operation from the both the side, not only one side. That is the major difference. So Java linked list class uses doubly linked list to store the element. It provides a linked list data structure. It inherits abstract class and implements list and dequeue interface. So Java linked list class can contain duplicate element. It also maintain insertion order. In Java linked list class, manipulation is fast because no shifting need to be occurred because you can do the operation on the both the side. While creating a media player or a playlist, user often need to insert or remove song frequently or navigate sequentially. So linked list excels in this scenario due to its efficient insertion and deletion at arbitrary position. So what additional thing you can do? Same thing you can do as same way of the array list. So I'll copy the same code as array list. So there will be no change with the array list or linked list with this code. So instead of array list, I'll be changing it to the linked list. That's all here. So import that linked list from the Java util package. Okay. So run the same code. It will behave same way. There is no change at all. Okay, same way. But additional thing what you can do now because you have changed it to linked list. Okay, here. Okay, if you want to do more operation, you could see list dot remove. You could see couple of more thing add method is getting in, coming here. Remove first or remove last, which was not possible in the array list, which is only possible in the linked list, right? So you can remove first item. Okay. Now we can do the same thing, and here whenever we are adding, it is adding in the last item, right? As a last. But now if you want to add something at the first again, is it possible? Yes, it's possible only through the linked list, not for the array list. You could say add fast method like that. Okay, so that is the another thing is like you can add fast, add last, you can delete fast, delete last, you can add fast occurrence, delete fast occurrence. That is the additional stuff is only possible in the linked list, which is not possible in the array list. Otherwise, remaining stuff is still same. Okay, you could see 500 added get fast, add fast. Okay, remove fast. After that, it's removed 20 initially 20 removed. Then 20 is there. Then 10 is getting changed with like 200, and otherwise all stuff is still same. So that is the additional stuff we can deal with the linked list apart from the array list feature. Any questions? Okay. Then like I already given the code how we can convert a list to an array or array to a list. Okay. So we already added the list say. Okay, array list or like linked list. How we can convert it to array? So let's try to convert it. Okay, let's comment out here. Okay, so this is the linked list or array list. Anything is already added, right? What you can do? You can right take this part dot to array. Okay, you could see what is that? You are converting linked list and return type is object. So what you can do? You can store in some object. Okay, object. I can give the variable name called obj equal to that's all. Now, what you can do? You can print it out like that. Okay, again, inner for loop. Okay, return type is object. Okay, I can give some variable, new variable name called o, an old variable name called obj, and then so. Okay, new variable name o. Let's see what is happening. It will be printed in a single line. Okay, you could see 20, 20, 10, all this stuff. Now it is as converting as an array instead of list. Okay, list to array, and it's now converted already. And you can print the size. Okay, see obj dot length. It is coming as length method, right? But not the size, because size is a method which is for the collection framework. But length is a method is from the array. Okay. Now say obj, say what is the, let's do it, size. Okay, you could see 5. Now can you add more element? Seventh position, say 100. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, error message is coming because now it's converted to array. It is not allowing, but you can add here list, right? Again, there is no problem at all. Okay, before or after, anywhere. Okay, let's add it now. Maybe any element before or after, anywhere. 300, like that. Okay, you could see now size got changed to 6 because you are converting it from the right collection, right, list to array. Okay, now if you want to get in a single line, what you can do? Okay, you can use the simply print instead of println, and here you can give some space, concatenation sign, and you can use some space like that. Single line to be printed with some space. Okay, you could see it's coming in a single line. So this is fine. Okay. So what you can do, you can use just single bracket. That's all. Bracket is not required. This part I can print it before. Okay, that's all. You can do it. Here we did not give any space. If you want to give space, that is fine. It will be printed out in the space. Okay. So that is the way you can convert and list to an array. Now we'll see how we can convert an array to a list. Okay. How we can convert an array to a list. Let's create an array. Okay. So I've given some example here, but we can take different example. Let's give something called string um, in fruits equal to. I can directly define it. Say apple, or same way like 1 2 3 size, all this stuff also you can do. You can directly give it element here. Banana, guava, orange. So there is 4 element. Okay, we need to give that single dimension. That's all. Okay, now what we can do, we can try to print out with the help of the enhance for loop. Okay, so it will be string. Okay, data type is string, so I can give it something like new variable called say effort fruits, and old variable name fruits, and here you can just simply use effort, and instead of print I can use println. So that's all. So all the approach we are discussing it here. Now what we can do, we can convert it to a list. Okay, array list, linked list, anything, right? So we can use list interface here. We are not defining the left side any which list we want to do it, and type will be string only. I can create a new variable called list equal to new. I will want to convert it array list or linked list, whatever way. Okay, say linked list. Okay, and this one, this syntax, and here you need to use bracket, and there is a arrays class available, arrays dot as list method, right? You could see as list, and here you need to keep that reference of the uh, object whatever you did. So now we need to import the list interface. List is the interface, so that is the way also you can define a list, right? Linked list, array list. So in the left side you can use list, and right side you can mention what is the exact list, array list or linked list. Now we already did. Now if you want to print it again, so same way you can do it. Okay, let's say list. So now it converted to list. So so after converted array to linked list, you can convert to array list as well. That's fine. Now you could see apple, guava, banana, all this coming is fine. And converted to linked list, apple, guava, banana, orange is coming. Now here, what you can do, you cannot add more element, right? But in the as is converted to the list, what you can do? It is converted to the linked list. So what you can do with the help of this list thing, you can add more element. Dot add fast. You could see add fast. Okay, fast position I can add. Want to add something called papaya. Okay, I can add it. Okay, so that is the possible after converting an array to a list, you can add more element. Now you could see okay, list dot add fast papaya. Mhm. Apple can add it, will not be a problem. Array list, linked list, arrays dot as list fruits. That is perfectly fine. Okay, sorry, I have added my old one, right? Not fruit. I want to convert this one. Okay, that is the reason problem is coming. Okay, because this is the list interface, not that papaya variable. Okay, now you could see it will be coming, right? Papaya, apple, banana, guava. Now I can want to delete something. We can do it. List dot delete last. Sorry, list dot remove last. Okay, so automatically be deleted that last item which is called orange. Okay, now it will be papaya getting added, and apple, banana, and guava and orange also getting removed, because that is possible with the the collections framework. But through the array list, it is not possible to change it anything. But after converting to the collection framework, you can do it. So that is the way you can right convert any collections to an array, and any array to a collection, so whether it's a data type is string, integer, or anything. Now I'll go to that different set. Okay, HashSet, LinkedHashSet, and TreeSet. Okay. Now let's go to the diagram again. Okay, you could see set. So set is primarily it will allow you to add null element, but only one null. But it will not allow you to add duplicate element. You can add it, but it will only consider only one element, unique. And hash set is unique element, only one null, but there is no order guarantee. Whereas linked hash set is one null, okay, and no duplicate element, but same ordered, whatever order you are adding. And tree set it will be no null, unique element, and ordered ascending. That is the three difference. So Java hash set is used to create a collections that uses a hash table for storage. It inherits the abstract set class and implements set interface. Hash set does not allow duplicates. If user try to add duplicate element, the old value will be overwritten. Hash set allows null values. However, if user insert more than one null, it will still return only one null value. Hash set does not maintain any order. The element would be written in any random order. HashSet is the best approach for search operation. Java HashSet can be used to add element from another collection. While managing user account in an application, user need to ensure that each username is unique. A set such as HashSet is ideal for this purpose. Uniqueness automatically prevent duplicate username from being added. Fast lookup, it efficiently checks if username already exists or not. Now let's see the implementation of the hash set. Okay, now here I'll be dealing with string. Say give the variable name called set equal to new hash set. That's all. Now we need to import that hash set from the Java util package. Now what we can do, same way we can try to add it. Dot add. Say add something called Selenium. We can have duplicate, right? You can try to add blank, okay, because it will allow you to add. You can have duplicate, and you can add, say, playwright. Okay, you can add something called Tosca. So that's fine. Now what you can do, same way you can try to check is empty. Okay, after adding the value, you can again check is empty. After that, you can check the size instead of length, because length is only applicable for the array, whereas size is the methods applicable for the collections. After that, you can check something called contents. Is that particular hash set content something like some of the stuff contents? Okay, you could see. Say I it is containing playwright or not. I want to check. So it will be giving it true or false, and then you can print it out. So here you can use iterator as well, apart from the enhanced for loop or for loop. Okay, so iterator also you can use. Iterator is also again a class. Okay, you can use it. So say what is the way we'll do? While, okay, okay, first we need to use the iterator. Okay, so I'll be using java.util dot iterator. Okay, java.util dot iterator. You could see iterator is an interface in the java.util package. Here I need to use the integer because I want to iterate. Okay, so I think string, right? It is string. Okay. I can give some variable value called s equal to set dot iterator method. That's all. Now what we'll be doing? We'll be using the condition while s dot has next. That is syntax actually. So s dot next method. That's all. So you can use either for loop, enhance for loop, or iterator to print the value. Now see what's happening here. Now you could see initially is empty. After adding the value, it is not empty, false. Now what is size is 4. Why? Right? It is surprising, right? We have added 5 element. Selenium, one blank, playwright, Tosca. So 5 element we have added. But why size is coming as 4? It is not considering unique, duplicate one. Because it will be only unique and it can have whole null value. So only one Selenium, null value, playwright and Tosca. These are the things coming, right? Null, Tosca, playwright, Selenium. But there is no guarantee of the order. You could see we have added Selenium first. No, it is coming as blank. Null first, then Tosca, then playwright and Selenium. That's the problem of the hash set. It will allow you to have one null value. It cannot contain a duplicate, but there is no guarantee of the order whenever it is printing out. Again, after that, if you want to add, you can add and delete it. You cannot update any value. So what you need to do, you can if you want to like update something, you need to remove it and you need to add it again. This is the problem in the set interface. Just like ArrayList and LinkedList, you already seen you can update the value with the indexing. But here only option is remove and adding. Remove and add. Later you can add and remove anything. Okay, because this is only primarily used for searching operation with uniqueness. Duplicate it will not allow. You can add it, but it will not allow. Now we'll go to the other two. Hash set part we already discussed. Linked hash set means same thing, but it is only same ordered. It will be displaying. Okay, what is the example? Okay, Java linked list is suitable when user require a collection of unique element and the order of insertion need to be preserved during iteration. For example, if user need to process item in the order they were added to the set, it is appropriate choice over it is appropriate choice of using linked hash set over hash set. It inherit most method from hash set, abstract set, abstract collection and set interface. Linked hash set does not allow duplicates. It allows null value. However, if user insert more than one null, it will still return only one null value. It provides faster iteration compared to hash set. Example, in content management system or blogging platform, when user adds tag or keyword to an article, a linked hash set can store this tag, ensuring that each tag is unique and the order in which they are added is preserved for displaying the further processing. Now what I'll be doing, I'll be copying the same line, and you could see that the only difference is that same order it will be displayed. Instead of hash set, I can change it to linked hash set. That's all. Otherwise, no difference. It can also contain null value. Okay, there is no difference in the output. Same thing. But output will be different because it will be ordered, will be maintained. Selenium will be coming first, then null, then playwright Tosca. Same order with unique value with one null. You can have more null, but it will be only having one null. You can have more Selenium like that, but it will only unique value. You could see Selenium. The last one is getting removed, then one null, playwright Tosca. So size is still 4. That is the only difference. Now we'll see about the tree set. So what is the difference? Let's change it to first TreeSet. So okay, in TreeSet you cannot add null. Okay, null will be just okay. Still, it's allowing TreeSet also allowing null. Okay, okay, but unique element, but it is kind of right alphabetical order automatically being displayed. Okay, so the main difference is that mostly same with the like hash set and linked hash set, but it will be right giving you the ordered as a ascending order. It will be ordered sorted. Okay, example in a social media application, if the system need to display list of active users sorted alphabetically and without duplicate, a TreeSet can be used. So TreeSet is one of the most important implements of the sorted set interface in Java that uses a tree for storage. Okay, so that is the only difference of the TreeSet. It will be ascending in the alphabetical order. Otherwise, rest of the stream is staying. It is also like allow you to add the null value as well, though. Okay, and but it will be only one null and duplicate element it will not be allowed, but it will be ordered way. So lowest to highest in alphabetical order it is A to Z like that. Okay, so that's all about the set. So any questions before going to the next topic? Yeah, cool. Okay, now we'll go to the next thing called map, like HashMap, TreeMap, and LinkedHashMap. Let's see the diagram. Okay, map is completely different with the other collections. Okay, map is two key value pair dimension, right? Key will be unique and value will be duplicate. Key cannot be mostly right, cannot be duplicate. Values can be duplicate. So map has map is again like a unique thing. Okay, but there is no guarantee of the order. Linked has map unique thing, but same order it will be displayed. Whereas tree map will be ascending order. That's the three difference of these three map. Now let's see. So the implementation of the map. So Java HashMap class implements the map interface by using a hash table. It inherits abstract map class and implements map interface. One object is used as key, which is index, to another object, which is value. It can store different types, strings key and integer values, or the same type like strings key, string values, or integer key, string value, integer value as well. HashMap does not allow duplicate keys, but allows duplicate value. That means a single key cannot contain more than one values, but more than one key can continue as single value. This class makes no guarantee as to the order of the map. A HashMap can store cache data where the key is a unique identifier, like user ID or product is, which is a unique identifier, and the value is the corresponding data object. So it will be key and value. So what is the you can define? So just best example I have tried to give is here, right? You can use string combination. So country and their capital. That is the key value pair combination. You can have state and any language, right, used in the state. Okay, you can do it. You can have student like roll number and student name. In telephone directory is the best example of the like map, like your telephone number and your name, right? So telephone number should be always unique and name can be duplicate. So that is the way we can do with the map. Now let's see some implement example called string and integer combination. Okay, student kind of name we can go. So we can use string. You can use integer. Okay, you can use string integer or integer string like that. That is the combination you can do it. So let's see has map. Okay, so I'll be giving integer comma string. Say give some variable called map equal to new has map. That's all. We need to import the has map. Now what is the thing we can do? Instead of add method, we need to call the put method. Okay, you could see integer key and string value. So student roll number is 1 and name is say John as a string. Like that, I can have something called Simon, James, again John, again Matthew. I can change the roll number because roll number cannot be duplicate. It's a key. That's all. You added. Now, what we can do if you want to print the key only. Okay, just print the keys only. What you can do? You can use for loop, enhance for loop. What is the key data type? Integer. So int. I can have new value called I and comma colon. Okay, old value is map is the variable object dot key set. Use key set. You could see. Now you can simply print it out. I. That's all. You could see it will printing out only your key. Okay, but there is no guarantee of the order. It can have anything. Any order it can give. Primarily has map. Here it is coming as some order, but it does not guarantee. Okay, maybe it change it like that. 5. Give it something called 7. Okay, give it something called 2. But it does not matter. It actually most of the time it does not have any order. Okay, it is just coming as ascending order, but most of the time it might not have any order. Okay, next is if you want to print the values. So I think same way you can do it and variable, and here instead of I you can use the variable map dot get of I. That's all. That's all. Get of I. Okay, you could see John, James, Simon, Matthew is coming. If you want to get the keys and values at the same time, print. So nothing, but here you need to give I, and you can use concatenation. You can give some space. That's all. Again concatenation. So it will be key value pair combination. Okay, you could see 1 John, 2 John, 3 James. All this stuff is coming. Now, if you want to add something, okay, or remove something, so first remove it. Put dot. Sorry. First is okay. First, do one thing. Okay, so after updating data, so what we want to do? We want to use that variable name map dot. What is the method remove is there for removing any element? So I want to remove the first element, which is 0, or maybe this John. So it is third index, right? Is let's give it index as third. Okay, or maybe we need to give the value, and then if you want to update something, you need to add replace. Okay, okay, strings key. Okay, I think let's give it one key, and instead of John's, you want to give it something called Johan. Update it. Okay, let's see. And after that, you can print the keys and values. So what we can do, we can have new variable called I1, and here you can change it to I1, and here also you can change it to I1. Let's see what's happening now with the update. Okay, one Johan. Okay, you could see one updated to Johan, right? Because we wanted to update it. And third element is removed, right? James is removed because this is the third element. Initially it was there. Initially it was there third element before. It is a zeroth index, first index, second index, and third index. So that already removed first. After that is updated. Okay, and now you are getting four element. So that is the way you can deal with the different HashMap. Okay. Now what I'll do, I will just use the same code, but there is no guarantee of the order in the map HashMap. It will be unique element, but there is no guarantee of the order. So what you can do, you can use linked HashMap instead of HashMap. Okay, so it will be same order. Okay, the only difference is that it will be coming as same order. You could see one John, two Simon, three James, two John Matthew, like that. It will be coming in the same order. So that is the big difference between the linked HashMap and HashMap. Okay, linked HashMap contains value based on the key. Linked HashMap contains unique element. It allows one null key and multiple null values. Okay, what is the best example? When user add item to a shopping cart, linked HashMap can store item and their quantities. This ensures that the item are displayed in the card in the order they were added, providing a clear and intuitive user experience. So that is the difference. And what is the TreeMap? So the TreeMap class provides an efficient means of storing key values pairs in ascending sorted order. The Java TreeMap contains value based on the key. It implements the navigable interface and extend abstract class map. Java TreeMap contains only unique element. Like other map implementation, TreeMap does not allow duplicate keys. If a duplicate key inserted, the new value will be overwritten by the existing one. TreeMap does not allow null as a key. Attempting to insert a null key will result null pointer exception. However, null values are allowed. TreeMap can maintain a sorted inventory of product based on the product ID or name, facilitating efficient searching and retrieval. That's the thing. So whatever you can do it, you can just change it to TreeMap. Simple thing. So you could see the difference. Difference is nothing, it will be only sorted. Otherwise, rest of the stuff will be same. So you can just change it to remap. Okay, you could see it is sorted out based on the key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, like that. 1, 2, 5, 7 after removing the data. So that is the way you can deal with the different map. Okay. Now I'll go to the last topic for today. In case you are having questions, we can discuss it. Okay, called Java multithreading. Okay, so thread is nothing but is useful to do the mostly parallel testing or simultaneous thing, right? Work simultaneously, that is the objective. Okay, so multi-threading is a mechanism which allows concurrent execution of two or more part of a program for maximum utilization of CPU. Each part of such program is called a thread. Thread are lightweight process within the process. Okay, thread is a uh, like so what is thread? Multi-threading is a mechanism that allows concurrent execution of two or more part of a program for maximum utilization of CPU. Each part of such program is called thread. Thread are lightweight process within a process. Thread are independent. If there error occurs exception in one thread, it does not affect the other thread. It uses a shared memory area. So just giving a simple example. So systems for booking airline ticket, train seats, or event ticket rely on multi-threading to manage concurrent requests from multiple users. Threads can handle individual booking requests, ensuring that available resources are updated accurately and preventing overbooking. So that is also the important example of thread. Other example, I am giving simple example. Okay, so suppose say today you are there alone. Okay, and you just purchase 20 sweets, and if you want to eat, you can eat 5 sweets, and after the remaining thing you need to keep in the your fridge, and next day you can take it like that. But suppose say in case you are having 5 family members and 5 more guests came, right? Instead of 20, you are bringing 50 sweets, say. But everybody can take one sweet, finish after the second, third, fourth, like that, and 50 sweets can be finished in a single day. Means your resources are more to do the work. So that is means parallelly execution is happening. Operation is happening parallelly. That is the concept of multi-threading. In Selenium, suppose you are having 100 skip. In case you are using only one thread, default thread, like again 100 test cases might takes like around 10 hours or 15 hours. But user do not have the time. So in case your configuration is there, instead of one thread, you can use 10 threads. So 15 hours work can be completed in 2 or 3 hours. So that is the way you can overall save your time with the help of the multi-threading mechanism using Java. So threads can be created by two ways. One is thread class available. You can extend it to any class, or you can implement the runnable interface in the thread class. That is also possible. So life cycle of thread, there are 5 life cycle: new, runnable, running, waiting, or dead. New, in this phase, the thread is created using class called thread class. It maintains in this state till the program start the thread. It is also known as born thread because it is born just now. Runnable, in this phase, the instance of the thread is invoked with the start method. Here we need to use the start method to start invoke a thread, right? The, the thread control is given to scheduler to finish the execution. It depends on the scheduler whether to run the thread or not. Then running. So what is the actual structure? In there will be thread pool will be there. Pool where lot of thread will be there, and there will be scheduler, and scheduler will decide which thread need to work, and they will release, and that thread will work, starting work, pick up their work, and as and when they are finishing, again, right, scheduler will instruct them to take the next job. Okay, so that is the way. Okay, running, when the thread start executing, then the state is changed to running state. The scheduler selects one thread from the thread pool, and it start executing in the application. Waiting, this is the state when the thread has to wait. As multiple threads are running in the application, there is need for synchronization between threads. Hence, one thread has to wait till the other thread gets executed. Therefore, this state is referred as waiting state. I am giving an example. Okay, suppose say you went for invitation, maybe like marriage reception or birthday party, and there will be some sequence. Like there will be sequencing is past there. You will be getting some mocktail or drinks, soft drinks. After that, there will be starters. After that, there will be cake cutting ceremony. After that, there will be main course. Then there will be dessert. Like step by step, it will be followed. Okay, but say you do not want to have any soft drinks or starter, you want to just only go for the birthday cake cutting ceremony and want to have some cake and dessert, you do not also want the main course, so you have to wait, because say your like soft drink started from 6 p.m., but your birthday cake cutting will happen on 8 p.m., and 8:30 onward lunch will start, and dessert will start from 9 p.m., like that. So in case you want to skip something, you have to wait. So maybe there is some dependency that thread cannot start, though are free, they cannot start it, but they need to wait until the before like previous thing is getting completed. Then last one is dead. This is the state when the thread is terminated. The thread is in running state. As soon as it's completed processing, it is a dead state. Okay. After starting the thread, it can never be started again. If user does so, an illegal thread state exception will be thrown. In such case, thread will run once, but for the second time, it will throw the exception. Okay, as and when thread will be dead, okay, there will be daemon threads available, which will help us to clear the garbage. Otherwise, it will utilize your memory. It will slow down your speed. I'm just giving an example. Suppose say again you have booked a a hall for your like birthday party from morning till evening. Okay, so you are already invited your guests. So lot of the thing is happening there, like breakfast, lunch, celebration, all this stuff. But after you are using, you already came to home, but lot of garbage and other stuff is there. But that wherever you have booked, that administrative will clean the place so that other person can use the next day. Maybe other person already like booking for the next day for other event. So that is the way your garbage thing, whatever is not active, you already completed the work. After that, there is no point of keeping them alive. You need to clean it so that next thing it will be used by some other person, and means here like so other works can be like happens without any delay, right? So means whatever dead resources cache thing is there, you need to clear it out to have your system performance improved. So by default, there will be one thread available which is called main thread. So for every Java program, there will be default thread created by JVM, which is nothing but the main thread. The entry point of main thread is the entry point for the main thread is the main method. Let's see the main thread. Okay, so let's comment it out. Thread current thread. Let's give it ct variable name current thread equal to new thing. Okay, sorry, thread dot current thread. Okay, that is the way you need to create the object or instance for the current thread. Then what you can do, you can try to print out the current thread. Ct dot get name of the thread, get priority of the thread, get thread group, which group it belong to. Okay, get thread group. Okay, get id. Okay, get state, which state it is there. Get state, and you can check whether it's alive or dead or daemon, like that. Is alive, is daemon, is interrupted, like that, all this stuff. And then what you can do, you can change the thread or name or priority. What you can do, you can set some name. You could see, you can set it to daemon, you can set the name, you can set the priority. Instead of main thread, I want to change it to thread, right? I can set the priority as well. Dot set priority. Okay, whatever priority is there, I can set it to 10, like that. It's fine. Let's run. After that, setting it, let's check the priority. Okay, you could see this is the thread, right? What is the name of the thread? Name is main, priority is 5. This is thread group is java.lang thread group, main name equal to main, max priority equal to 10, id equal to 1, is runnable, is alive, yes, true. After that, I have changed to test and priority 10. So you could see name is coming as 10, priorities, sorry, name is coming as test and priority is coming as 10. So that is the way default thread we can deal with that. Now we'll see the implementation of the thread. Okay, so what is the two way we can do? We can either extend the thread class, or we can implement the runnable interface. Because it's interface, we need to use the implement. So what we will do here, we can use extend thread class. That's all. Now, what is the way we can use it? So we need to create a method here. So public void method name need to give it run. So whenever you'll be covering Selenium, then you can understand what is the way we can use the thread. Just giving a simple example here. Okay, so we can use something called for loop, or maybe let's do it something called run method is why so say default thread is running. Default thread is running. That's all. Okay. Now what we can do? We can try to create an object or instance of the class. Say thread t1 equal to new class. Okay. Now what we need to do? We need to call that object and you need to call the start method. So which will link with the run method. Now your thread will be running. You could see output will be coming as default thread is running, right? So what I written, once the thread is started, you cannot start it again, right? Once the thread is started, it cannot be never started again. If you want to do it, it will throw you the illegal thread exception. Let's do it. Let's start it once more time. So it will throw you the error. Okay, you could see error is coming, illegal thread exception. But what you can do, you can have multiple thread, and then you can start those thread. Nah, there is no problem. You can have T2, then you can start it. So that is the way you'll be creating multiple threads so that to work the to complete the work simultaneously. You could see it's like same thing is, but it is coming like with the different thread. The last thing we'll be covering called daemon thread. So I already told what is daemon thread. So daemon thread is the low priority thread in context of JVM or Java Virtual Machine that runs in the background to perform tasks such as garbage collection. Because whatever thing is not working, right, you need to better to remove it. And whenever again you need to work, then you can create the thing and you can use them as and when required. But otherwise, there is no point of keeping your memory usage mode, right? So that is the way. There are a lot of tasks you can do it, right? You can close the taskbar or cache memory, you can remove it. Okay, so that is the you can improve your system performance. They do not. So daemon thread is a low priority thread that runs in the background to perform tasks such as garbage collection, etc. They do not prevent the JVM from exiting. Okay, when all the user thread, non-daemon thread finish their execution. JVM terminates itself when all user thread finish their execution. JVM does not care whether the daemon thread is running or not. If JVM finds running daemon thread, it terminates the thread after that shut down itself. Main thread cannot be set to daemon thread. So one thread should be always there to run the thing, and remaining all thread can be daemon thread. But not all the thread you cannot make it daemon. So if you want to make something daemon, which will be used for clearing the right all this stuff garbage, so you need to have two thread, and one thread you can make it daemon, other thread you can make it as active. To set a thread to be daemon thread, user need to do is to call thread.setDaemon. In case user call the setDaemon method after starting the thread, okay, it would throw illegal thread exception. This clearly means that user can call setDaemon method only before starting a thread. To check if thread is daemon thread, user can simply call the method is daemon. Let's see the implementation. So here, what we are doing, we are already creating the object. Sorry, we are implementing the thread interface extending, or you can implement runnable interface as well. That's not be a problem. Okay. So here we can give some condition. Okay, here if thread dot current thread. Okay, is daemon. You could see is daemon. Then what will happen? I can make okay daemon thread is running. Daemon thread is running. Else That's all. Okay, that's all. Now why what you can do? You can having two thread, two are daemon, right? Not daemon, normal thread. So you could see output will coming as default thread is running. But now one you can make it daemon. Okay, so T1 dot set daemon thread. So automatically you could see the output true here. Okay, so you could see it will be giving you the result called default thread is running and daemon thread is running. Okay, now if you try to card this code, sorry, okay, after starting it you cannot do it. In case any thread is started, you cannot make it daemon. So you need to create it first and then you need to set it daemon, then only you can start it. Okay, that is the way you can do it. But if you want to set both the thread daemon, also that also cannot be doable. You could see run it because one thread should be always active. Okay, it is not giving anything at all. Okay, so by default one thread should be active. You can make it false, it should be fine now. Either remove the code or make it false. Now you could see it's coming properly. Okay, so let's go through the thing one more time. After that, in case you are having any questions, I will discuss it. So today is the last session for Java, and tomorrow onward we'll be starting the Selenium again. So today is the session 5. Session 6 and session 7 will be again for Selenium. Session 8 and 9 will be on the testng framework. Session 10 and 11 will be like Apache PY, data-driven keyword hybrid framework, and last session will be BDD Cucumber. So I already discussed like the java.io package, like all the file class is there. In the file class, you will be having a lot of method called mkdirectory to create a directory, right? Can create a file, create new file, to create a new file. Other thing is available, right? To check the existence of the folder, to delete it or file or folder, to get the name, absolute path, length, can read, can write for a file, you can do it. Okay, so Java file class provides you all the important method to operate on file or folder, important activity like creating, reading, writing, and deleting the stuff. So you can create the folder or directory. You can check the existence of the folder. You can delete a folder if required. You can try to check all the listing folders available in any folder, which is also possible using Java. You can maintain a file, right? You can create a text file. Primarily Excel file will be covered in the upcoming session, and how you can read and write the file with the Apache PY library. And you can change the existence of the file. You can delete the file. You can write the data to a file with the help of the file data and the buffer editor class available in the java.io package. You can read the data as well from a text file with the help of the file reader and buffer reader class in the java.io package. An enhanced for loop or for each loop will help you to write the code smoothly to operate with the array on collection or collection framework. Java collection framework mostly, collection and array are mostly similar as they both hold reference to object and they can manage it as a group. However, unlike array, collection do not need to assign a certain capacity when instantiated. Because for the array, once you define the size, you cannot change it. Right? It will show you the error, array index out of bound. But for collection, it will take the dynamic value. In case you are adding 5 elements, it will take the size as 5. In case you are adding 10, it will be 10. In case you are reducing it the 3, it will be 3 like that. So collection can grow and shrink in size automatically when objects are added or removed. The collection in Java is a framework that provides an architecture to store and manipulate the group of objects. In collection, there are three important stuff like interfaces, which are 100% abstract method, classes, which will implement those interfaces, and algorithm, which are the nothing but the methods, which will be calling from both the collection and the interfaces. All the operations that user want to perform on a data such as searching, sorting, insertion, manipulation, deletion can be achieved by Java collections. In Java, a lot of collection interfaces is there like iterable, collection, list, queue, set, dequeue, sorted set, and map and sorted map. And like classes like ArrayList, LinkedList, vector stack, array queue, priority queue, HashSet, LinkedHashSet, TreeSet, TreeMap, HashTable, LinkedHashMap, and HashMap. Class to class extend, interface to interface extend, class to interface it is implement. Okay, iterable interface is the root interface for all collection classes. The collection interface extends the iterable interface, and therefore all the subclasses of collection interface also implement the iterable interface. Whereas collection interface is the interface which is implemented by all the classes in the collection framework. List is nothing but it inhabits the list type data structure in which user can store the ordered collections of object. It can have duplicate value. Set, it is unique element but no ordered guarantee. Sorted set, unique element but ascending order. Queue is first in first out. DQ is double ended queue, you can do the operation from the both side. Map is separate top level interface for storing data as a key value pair combination. It does not extend the collection interface and hence it does not store individual values. Instead of that, it will be storing key value pair combination values. Sorted set is subset of the map, but it is sorted way, like key value pair combination in ascending order mostly. So ArrayList is implementing the list interface. It can duplicate value like null value as well. Okay, it maintains the insertion order. Okay, you can add value, you can update the value, you can delete the value, you can use enhance for loop or for loop to print the value as well. Okay, linked list is both side you can do the operation. Apart from array list, all the important functionality you can add or remove the data from the both sides. That is the only difference. And you can convert an collection to an array, or you can convert an array to a collections as well. Like set is nothing but unique element. In case you are adding duplicate, it will be removed, and it can contain also one blank or the null right element as well. Okay, and you can add or remove the element as and when required. You can use iterator or instance for loop to print the values to check whether size or whether empty or contains any element or not. Okay, and linked hash set is like having some ordered instead of unordered, just like the hash set. Otherwise, rest of the string is same. And T set is only difference is that it will be ascending order. Otherwise, remaining string of the all the set is still same. Then map is nothing but the key value pair combination I already discussed. Key will be unique, right? Which will be the index, and the value can be duplicate and null as well. Okay, and but this class does not make any guarantee of the any ordered. Okay, you can have to you can print the keys or values or as p value as a combination as well. Like your key and value can be string string, integer string, string integer, or integer integer as well. Java linked has map, it will be key value pair but same ordered, whatever way you are ordering adding, that is the mostly difference. And TreeMap, it will be does not allow any null key but allow any null values. It will be allow only unique element and key value pair combination, but output will be in the ordered way. Then multi-threading is nothing but doing the work simultaneously or parallelly. Instead of only using only one process, you can use multiple process so that your work will be more faster. Multi-threading is a mechanism that allows concurrent execution of two or more part of the program for maximum utilization of the CPU. Each part of such program is called thread. Thread are lightweight process within a process. Thread are independent. If there are occurs exceptions in one thread, it does not affect the other thread. It uses a shared memory area. It thread can be created two way. One is extending the thread class, or one is implementing the runnable interface. Life cycle of thread: new, runnable, running, waiting, and dead. After starting a thread, it cannot be started again. If user wish to forcefully do it, an illegal thread state exception error will be thrown. In such case, thread will run once, but for second time it will throw the exception. By default, there will be one thread, which is nothing but the main thread. The entry point for the main thread is the main method. You can check the name, priority, right? Thread group, ID, status, all this stuff. You can also check whether it's daemon thread or not. You can change the name or the priority as well for the main thread. Okay, there's a daemon thread which is a low priority thread primarily used. to terminate all other thread which is not working, so that your like garbage can be cleared and your memory can be freed up, so that your utilization CPU utilization can be faster for performing the other task. Okay, to set a thread to be daemon thread, user need to do is to call thread dot set daemon. In case user call set daemon method after starting the thread, it will throw illegal thread exception. This clearly means that user calls set daemon method only before starting a thread. To check if a thread is daemon thread, user can simply call the method called isDaemon. So that's all from today's session, guys. Thank you.